Boop. Oh, no, 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 no. Where's my reverse? There. There. Wrong angle on the camera. It was facing the dang mirror it's mounted to. uh, I was playing with the poem. Oh, get that on my screen. So I was getting the thumbnail on my screen. Hey, Uli. I was messing with the poem, and it there's two of everything in the. There's two frogs. There's two omegas. There's two daughters. There's two uh, two of everything. Double eagles, double blazes. There's double treasure, double the treasure even. He says the blaze and stuff, but at the end of the book he hints when his father's talking when he's talking about his father lighting candles, some of them at both ends. He's talking about double blazes and not just one. So, and I was going through the poem because everything double, and so I looked at the poem and any word that was repeated or used in a hyphenated word, like there will is there twice because it's under there, it's hidden in there, and stuff like that. And when I went through all that, and I turned the words the words that were repeated in the poem, I made them red. I put the poem in Word and I made those red. I'll get it on there. Eep. So, and then, all the words that are repeated are in red here. But right here it says, why leave answers? Why leave answers? That trove already now. Maybe. The trove's already tired, right? Yeah, whatever. But I noticed down here, word says I need some punctuation here. I need a comma after so, but then the word good. There's something wrong with the word good at the end there. So I take that comma back out. The word good's okay now. But it's still, so now I click on another line, okay. Well, before it was, the so would go into, with the air on it again. But it does like a comma. So hear me all, comma, and listen good. It works too. What's wrong with word? Why didn't that so light up before I put the comma there? Now, and then the wood suddenly highlighted, didn't it? Oh, did I put a space after it? Oh, there. Oh, because the comma's gone. So now watch, if I put the comma here after in that sentence, that underline under the so saying there's a grammatical error will go away. See? So there's no error with the so or with the good. But what's this error? Add or remove a comma. And in the wood. So he didn't put a comma there either. But now it doesn't like that comma for some reason. Remove redundant punctuation mark. Oh, did I leave? I didn't. Okay, so watch. If I take that punctuation mark out, does the... Did I have it there twice? Is that why? Oh, yeah, I did. Redundant. Yeah, I had two. That's why. Yeah. So it wants another comma here, but after brave comma. And then, look, the so got another thing on it over here. After I put that punctuation after brave, does it go away? No. Yeah, so it wants a comma after so, or it wants a comma after all, and after all, and after so, and all that stuff. But whatever. But when you mark up the one, the words that are repeated, and then I saw that. Well, here's words right stacked on top of each other. Why leave answers? What else was it about this thing I was looking at? I think that was oh, in the poem, the words that are used twice, right? The word my is used twice. The word my is used twice. My secret and my trove. Or you could say my secret trove. And the secret trove is the ancient archaeology. He says, as I gone alone in there and with my treasures bold. Treasures, two treasures. His treasures is, and then we get down to, I can hint, I can keep my secret where, and hint of riches new and old. Okay, so treasures, one's new and one's old. His treasure is new. It's only been a treasure for 10 years. It was only hidden 10 years ago. It only became a treasure 10 years ago. That's a new treasure. So if you're looking for the old treasure, it's the old archaeology of Atlantis. And I found a book that describes, Atlantis and stuff. There's this valley, large valley, surrounded by high mountains, covered with crystals, and there's a video on the 7 places that people claim are Atlantis, and they all failed. Why did they fail? They failed the test of being Plato's Atlantis because they didn't have elephants. That's how subtle. Nobody thought, nobody thought that, the elephant's going to be, how come the elephant, no elephants. You got to go to Africa for elephants. No, there were elephants here in the ancient past. Ancient Americans, they didn't have Ford F-350s. They had elephants. They had mammoths. And they loved their mammoths. And like, all these, the mammoth was in the hunt site and kill site and all this, but no, the mammoth was, they were hunting from the mammoth, hunting large buffalo, bigger buffalo than we have now, a lot bigger buffalo. And they would hunt from the back of the mammoth. And man, you got a herd of buffalo or something, a few mammoths might incidentally get killed in the attack, And so it wasn't something that, they didn't eat mammoth is because they were their best friends. But okay, let's not worry about that. No? But it's the mammoth thing. That's why I call the thing Mammoth Temples of Colorado. Call it my art. I call the Galleria de Atlante, Galleria de Atlante, because it's the Gallery of Atlantis. Because these are Atlantean ruins, and I'm with AI restoring the art, and so now it's modern art. Ancient art becomes modern art. That's really cool. Picasso did it. So did Salvador Dali. He used nature. Look at the elephants in Salvador Dali's thing with all the long legs and stuff. I don't know where he got his elephants in New York City. What else happening? Anybody saying anything? Just Hooli. Yeah, 5 people in the room. Is somebody else streaming that I'm missing that or what? a lot of the other Fenn tubers, they blackball me, and other people I'm blacklisted somewhere. I'd sure like to know where my name's on the blacklist, because something sure the hell's going on, and those people over there. He's got a house. He's got a house, and he's begging for money. I ain't got a house. I ain't begging for money. Nobody, I don't get it. Oh, he's rich and famous. Let's make him more rich and famous. Yeah. Forrest knows who the winner is. He knows who can see his stories on the Keenan walls and stuff. Where the hell's why is only 6? There's got to be somebody else streaming. Where's my? Oh, my browser was closed. I didn't know I closed my browser. There it is. Okay, so YouTube. It's late. Yeah. Well, no. Usually, I get about 20 by this much time. 15 or 20 people, and the only time I get this low is when somebody else is streaming. I put Forrest Fenn's name in the title, so search should find it. Sometimes I put up videos and it doesn't say Forrest Fenn on there, so you'll have to subscribe, or you don't see the videos that don't have Forrest Fenn in the title. And a lot of fan searchers, they can only find, I can't find it unless it says Forrest Fenn on there and I can search it. Well. Okay, let's see. Oh, I hate. Why is it the phone can remember your last search, but the computer can't? You have to type the whole thing in there. Filters today. Hour and 4. Oh, that was earlier today. Nobody else is live right now. Oh, I am. But I got the coolest thumbnails. Forrest told me I told him I was going to take my art and go take it to New York City and see what I could do with it. And he said if I was still in the art business, I would like to handle your art. Now that's what you call an endorsement. It's not right, it was said, but he'd probably back me up if someone, oh, he didn't say that, If you asked Forrest Fenn, did you tell Bill Gorman that you would like to handle his art? He'd say, yes, I did. 10 cents a square inch. Hey, his $17 a square inch was in the 70s or 80s. That cost of living increase. I mean, you're talking millimeters now. and I don't want to sell my art at $20 a pop and scraping by. I want to have it in a gallery where it sells for $500, $1,000 a print. And limited editions and all. I got lots of stuff to limit. I can limit a lot of stuff. Maybe 100. Yeah. Well, if you limit to 100, then the price that you can charge, the more limited it is, the higher the price. But I gotta find the best way of printing it, and I'm sure there's a way for, when they print on canvas to simulate the brushstroke textures on the, based on the picture. But it's one. I was telling somebody else, my art You could buy get one of my pictures, one of my AI Gallery Atlante images, and put it on your wall. And a year later, you go, "Whoa! I never seen that on there before." You know, because there's things hidden all over in the pictures. It's just amazing. I've got it up on my screen. I was thinking of doing a thing of put the phone on a tripod, and run the slideshow on the computer, and just do a marathon of my art. It's at 3 seconds. It would take over 7 hours to look at all of them. And really, you want to look at it for 6 seconds apiece. I think I could set the slideshow up to do 6 seconds apiece. But I can't stream from my computer, so I have to use the phone and have it looking at the computer. Because Verizon would just slow the crap out of the stream and be terrible. What we got? 16 minutes. Did I miss anything? Yeah, my trove and my secret and my trove. Those are the two my's in the poem. There's a lot of I's. So let me see. We can get the thing back up, and I'll see if I see anything in there associated with the I's. I have. I can. I must. I already. I've done. And I give. Yeah, that's pretty. Those are things he does. I do this and that, and I've kind of conquered. But the word me. So hear me. I thought, is that in there? That's in there twice. See, I just started highlighting this today, so sometimes you don't always. There's things that hide from you in plain sight when you're doing something. I think, oh no, there's another pair of words. So the and in the wood there should be a comma. There's a couple places the punctuation errors are in the last stanza, grammatical. So there's punctuation missing there. That's maybe somewhere else. I don't know. Me. What is this? Just one me, and the rest are I's and my's. And anywhere he says there, and where, I can keep my secret where, and where was where again? Where warm waters halt. I can keep my secret where warm waters halt. Or gone alone in there, and there is in the will. Their will. There's another there, I think, in there. But you got to play with the words and maybe read them diagonally across and things like that. The other people, they were sliding them around like a slide rule and stuff. But this one here is why leave answers, and that's in the so why in the second word of each one. So why leave answers done? Huh? Dude, no, you don't. You don't. So there's supposed to be some Forrest Fenn announcement this weekend. Forrest Fenn said on cryptos. Yeah, there's not a lot. I'm just playing with it. because I'm in the end zone. I'm trying to pin it down to the bullseye. And what pins it down to the bullseye? His stories are all over the place, but all over the place is a lot of places to look. You know, if you consider from where the gypsies are to where the stout-hearted men are, one person couldn't search all that in his lifetime. You know, yeah, alone, you know, New Mexico to Montana. Where Warm Waters probably no, where Warm Waters halt is not Yellowstone. Yellowstone is the most unsubtle place in the book. Subtle means you gotta understand the word subtle. The subtle means it's not this, but it's like this. There's a subtle aspect. The volcano, the warm springs. There are other calderas besides Yellowstone. Yellowstone. I got Yellowstones here too. And we got gold and gold mines and you know, rivers run yellow with acid from gold mines and stuff, you know. And if you go to the world's biggest Superfund site here was a big gold mine where one of Butch Cassidy's buddies was supposed to be hanging out. And I took when I started my generator, I took my Dremel out and where the dentures were rubbing the teeth. I don't need to make an appointment now. They have little buffer zones around those little points in there now. So now I should be able to eat. I had Chinese food tonight. And where's that fortune cookie? There it is. Or the fortune. I ate the cookie. Your dearest wish will come true. I think it was planted on me. Somebody read my mind and knew I was gonna, after I went and got paper supplies for the kitchen and the bathroom, at Dollar Tree, I didn't tell anybody I was getting Chinese food, you know, and then I get this wonderful fortune. Your dearest wishes will come true. He didn't do it for no reason. Yeah, he did it. You see, he said his father influenced all these students. Well, how could I possibly influence as many people as my father did? You know? Here we go. He is pulling your puppet strings. He's affecting your life. He's your puppet master. He's taking over your life. Yeah, I don't have any denture grip on right now. It's doing fine. That stuff's like have rubber cement kind of in it. It's very sticky. After you pull it's like you gotta. I use a paper towel and you scrape all the rubber cement off the roof of your mouth. You know, a little patch here, patch there. And if I could wear them without the grip, like I'm doing now, it'll be a lot better. I'm trying to wear them more and more and more. After I do the video, I'll take them out. and I've been able to eat some Reese's Pieces, peanut butter cup pieces. and I got me some cheese balls. Jack likes those, huh, Jack? Cheese balls. I saw that down at the Chinese restaurant. They got this Buddha and he's got his hands up like this. hmm and there's a ball in each hand. And I'm wondering, whose balls are those? What do the balls represent? A balance. Keep your balls in balance. I might have to do a little more Dremel right there. Dun, dun. There's a couple more. There's some of the people woke up. Notification bell went off. He didn't do it for no reason. That's why I brought sand. You don't have to bring sand. There's the biggest pile of sand in the United States, just 25 miles north of me. It's called the Great Sand Dunes National Park. I can see it from here. Yeah, I was a fiber optic and microwave engineer, and I designed some electrical parts and things for Oceaneering for their ROV. And I designed a mechanical thing that retrieves the ROV comes up, and there's a spearhead. We could call it something else, but it goes into this thing that is spring loaded, and when the spearhead goes up, it pushes it open, and then it closes around the thing so it doesn't fall back out. Yeah, so I worked on the retrieving device, or whatever you want to call it, capture clamp thing. I engineered part of that for their Millennium ROV, because they bring it up and it click into the thing that swings out and puts it over the water and drops it in. And then it swings back in over the deck and lowers it. But then and I designed some cellular MUX devices for auto-tune combiners for combining different frequencies onto one cable and stuff that stayed tuned. And I built telecommunications satellites, communications modules on them. A lot of high-tech, Silicon Valley stuff. I worked at, had a temporary job at Silicon Graphics, stuffing the PC boards for the Mars landers. This was back in the 80s, like 87, I was working on that. So, they were for the Curiosity and Opportunity and all that. So, because they had to have the robots on Mars, it takes 20 minutes or so for the signal to get from Earth to Mars to give it a command. So the robot has to know, I'm about to go over a cliff, I better stop. That's the artificial intelligence of the robot. I better stop until somebody tells me what to do next. No. Just put IC chips in the boards by the numbers, part number, and slot, and put it to the. They were good sized computer boards, and think that was in the 80s, and the computer I had in the 90s was just like 50 megabyte hard drive, So you can imagine that the technology now is just far superior. I almost had a job at a place that was looking through a microscope and poking holes in IC chips to program them, because the chip, they're in layers, and if you poke a hole in this one layer, it'll touch the next layer and make that connection, that electrical connection, because they had these places that you activate, and you program the chip by going through and meticulously poking these spots that gave it a code to perform a certain mathematical process that is interpreted as whatever, Somehow it's like I don't care why it works or anything. All I need to know is how to do it. You know, it's like electrical wires. It doesn't matter to me what it's you know. Uh, I was looked at a electrical diagram as a follow the dot from terminal A here to terminal B there to from terminal B here to terminal F here. Yeah, and you make the connections one at a time, and all your wires come out right. Why that wire goes from there to there, I don't give a crap, because the book says do it like this. Okay, I'll do it like that all day long. If you have to worry about, well, what the hell is it doing? You're not going to ever get it done. Yeah. Oh, I'm using my mirror stand for my phone. It's working pretty good. It's my tail. Fuzzy raccoon tail or whatever. I don't know. It's a fur thing. What else going on? Yeah, when you don't have when I don't have the dentures in, I can chew gum, but you gotta chew like half a pack at a time because your jaws don't come together, you know. And they actually call it a jaw. Let me see. What's this? Yeah, see, this is what you go fishing with. One that says lifetime regular fishing, reserve fishing. I don't, because well, disabled. I got blood cancer, and I just straight fighting with the doctors on a prescription thing, and because the doctor told me to take more thyroid medicine, but didn't put the prescription in, and so I've been trying to get the prescription in because I had old pills that I could take the amount she said to take, but I didn't have a prescription for that amount yet, and my old pills was going to run out, you know, and it's like, you need to update. Oh, well, you get more than you need, so why don't you back off and take, you know, it was like less than the prescription's already for. And I just said, forget it, you know, just leave it like it is. Yeah, sometimes, you know, the doctor was able to figure it out. They figured it out with, I mean, my cancer doctor, she had a chamber meeting with some other doctors to try and figure out what the hell's wrong. And they came, there it was polycythemia vera, blood cancer, and it produced too much blood. I have to drain my blood, you know, to feel better. Still don't have energy. But I did my B12 injection today. You don't think there are any connection to our Colorado sand and Egypt sand any closer to Atlantis? Lost Eighth Wonder. Yeah, I found the Lost Eighth Wonder. All the press has to do is give me a call. I'll give them a tour. You know. No, they don't want to know. I mean, if there was another Indiana Jones, it'd be Indiana Jones and the Lost Temples of Atlantis. And that's what's here. Forrest knew, but I don't know if he knew the extent of it but for where all his stories are up there, he had to do a lot of exploring himself in the area. But Leo Salazar showed it to him. And the thing is, Leo Salazar, they don't know why he died. Is Forrest Fenn really Leo Salazar? Because Forrest Fenn had cancer in 89, 88, 89. Terminal cancer. He miraculously recovers. About the same time, Leo Salazar dies from mysterious causes. Leo Salazar showed Forrest Fenn where Moses was. Yeah, I haven't ever seen a picture of Leo Salazar. So, someone find a picture of Leo Salazar, send it to me. Um, because it's he says it doesn't matter who you think who you are; it matters who they think you are. Is he trying to tell us that he is somebody else? Actually, he's traded places with somebody in the past. Somebody else took his place, maybe. I don't know. That's Twilight Zone stuff, though. I think he's Forrest Fenn. If he ain't Forrest, he might be Skippy. you know. No, his brother left before he had cancer. So, who would he have traded places with when he had cancer? And that I think would have been Leo Salazar, because Leo Salazar died in '91 of unexpected. They don't know. I don't think they know what killed him. That's different. So, Forrest, are you really Leo? No, the answer is, I'm sure. But you never know. He might go, oh, yep, you're absolutely right. That's the answer to the big, and he says, why leave answers? I found it's like, wow, man, I come out and I see why leave answers. And my trove, my secret trove of his stories on the canyon walls and stuff. So, this heater on, it's getting too hot. It's like, I gotta run the heater for a little bit after I start the generator, or the generator doesn't run hard enough to keep going. And so once the generator's been running 15, 20, so it's not, it'll shut off after 5 minutes if I don't. It thinks that it's not putting anything out, and it is. It's just not putting a lot out to run the computer. What else did I see? I was watching this guy. He plays a piano for a blind elephant. You look on YouTube. Piano blind elephant. And he plays Mozart for it and stuff. And the elephant just loves listening to it. And then these other people, they go play music for cows, accordions or horns or whatever for cows. And all the cows will come running all the way across the field to see what that music is. That's amazing. That shows you how what's in the mind of that animal, The music team's a savage beast. But I'm kind of tired of talking. I talked about that stuff in the poem. All the words that are repeated, I turned them red, and it came up, in the words that aren't repeated in stanza 7, or is it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Stanza 5. There are no 7 stanzas. Stanza 5 it says, why leave answers? Why leave answers? So, he might have to leave the answers for somebody to fulfill the chase, you know. Somebody knows. A lawyer or somebody. I seen that. Look, the elephant. Yeah, he said he left it all to seek because he was tired and weak. People don't understand tired and weak translates into tuckered. It's a place. You know, they think, oh, he was just tired. He's playing with words. He's playing with words. He mentioned his granddaughter's or dog named Tucker. You know? And then Willie the dog. Nobody will answer. How long has he had Willie? Who came first? Willie the poodle or Willie the mammoth? It makes a big difference. If Willie the dog came after Willie the mammoth, it's a message. Imagination and innocence. Yep. Thank you. I must go. Why is it I must go? And why leave answers? That's good. Oh, what we got? 2 more weeks in February. February's in 2 weeks. Yep. 2 weeks from this weekend. 2 weeks and 2 days. Yeah, I might bring my sleeping bag and stay with Jason at his site. The Friday night, I might get down there Friday evening. I got to bring Jack. And I can't leave Togo more than a day. You know, because I got to come fill his bowl back up with food, and he'll throw it all over the bottom of his cage. Hunt Togo. He's sleeping. Heard, I was talking to another searcher today, and I heard and stuff, and he said it was a blue jay, a pet blue jay that I guess he'd been training. That's pretty cool because they're about as smart as crows. Yeah, I'm gonna put together some art videos. It's just slideshows with music, and you know, since I'm not monetized, the music I can put on is, you know, I can put on it just about any music. They give any money made off the video to the band, and I'm like, oh, start over. Yeah, there's 2 words in each of the repeated words in the poem, and it left words that aren't repeated. And when you get down to the 5th stanza, big whoopee, it says, why leave answers? He says, and where he uses the word my twice. One of them is my secret, and then my trove. And another, my secret trove. The secret trove of his stories that are on the canyon walls. People can't accept that. And the funny thing is, you ask them, what are you looking for? What kind of symbology? What signs are you looking for? They don't know. They don't know. I know what the signs are. The gypsies are one blaze at one end, and the stout-hearted men are blaze at the other end. And there's a lot of rocks to look under. A lot, you know, he says, turn over that tombstone. He said it was a metal tombstone, Look for a metal tombstone up there. Oh, what? This is Skippy. No, because there are metal plates around Skippy's contraption, his helicopter contraption. That's a gearbox for a tow truck. Gotcha. Yeah, I'll show you this picture that I had on the thumbnail. Let's see, switch around. Switch. You see the fingers and the arm comes up, and there's his head and stuff. Here's a little guy down in here. Yeah, he looks angry. Oh, and there's figures over here. The little blue thing. Boy, my phone is burning my fingers. What's going on, phone? It's trying to microwave my finger. Photoshop filters for. I have Photoshop CS4, but I use Paint Shop Pro, and I pull the contrast out and the saturation up a little bit, and then I put it through an AI program that paints it with whatever style of painting type. I could tell it to paint it like it was Da Vinci, or paint it like Renoir, or paint it like Daniel Knight, or even paint it like Van Gogh, and then they have all these paint it like this abstract artist or something. But there are figures in there. I'll show you one more on there. This guy here. See him in there? His arm here, his elbow up, and there's his face and his eyes. He's in there. Seeing this stuff is almost like reading crystal balls. These are crystal mountains, and they love crystals so much. Crystals emulate our living. Crystals are alive. That's why they say there's a spirit in the earth. And if these things aren't ancient sculptures from Atlantis or something like that, then the earth has a spirit. Except I found stuff where they're painted. It's obvious that humans did it. It's so widespread, though. Most people I can't believe it. It's unbelievable. Just like finding, people won't believe it when his treasure's been found. The treasure chest is the prize. What you seek in is ancient archaeology. Chinese food and good fortunes. Yeah. Your dearest wish will come true. I'm going to have to take that and glue it to the wall. It's the first plastic fortune cookie I ever got. This thing will last forever. It's not paper. It'll last 1,000 years. Yeah. The effort will be worth the cold. I think the cold is a thing from Moses or Charlton Heston. You take it from my cold dead hands. It's worth the cold. You're going to have a long cold wait, because you got to wait for him to go on his own time. If I ain't got tea, I'll drink some root beer. I had a pot of tea cooked up right now, so. And my throat was scratchy. Make me cough. And this thing's getting warm. Some people, there's no, there is. I got hair up there. Maybe not as much back here, but I think since they've been give me my cancer treatment. I think my hair is feeling fuzzier back there. It might be coming back. What else can I discuss? I'll show you my eagle knife. This is what you know. Look at this thing. It's got eagle in the handle. My. Yeah, gold plated. What that cost? That gold on there seems it cost more than what I paid for it. This thing came with a box. I mean, it should come with a sheath at least. But this is a cool. That's a nice little Chinese knife. They make some nice things, but they make a lot of crap, especially electronics. They said they got a new radar system in China that can see the stealth fighters. It's going by where the radar is coming off the stealth and tracking where that radar beam is coming from or something. But they say we got satellites up in space that can take out their stealth radar detector system in a, all it's got to do, done. Use a laser from spacecraft. It's what they called them when I worked on spacecraft. The satellites are called spacecraft. It sounds better than a satellite. Let me see here. Yeah, let's see. Will that work? No, that won't work. I don't have because I got my phone mounted on a mirror basically, and the camera on the other side is blocked, so it's kind of hard to do the slideshow thing. I'll have to set up. I got 3 more magnets for making mounts for my phone. So I'll make one for pointing at the other screen to do slideshows. Okay. That's 52 minutes, close enough to an hour. If it says more than an hour, it gives less likely everybody will watch. But you gotta look for him playing with words. And I heard on one of the other channels there was some drama somewhere. I don't know what it was. Somebody commenting about the money clip, the little money episode on Forrest, Fenn's treasure and stuff. And, the one thing it's like, okay, Cynthia's a lead searcher according to the press. Let's follow her around New Mexico because she knows where it is. Oh no, she says it's not New Mexico. Let's follow her up to Yellowstone. I mean, she got less of a clue up there than she had in New Mexico, And if you're the media, stop putting the same people on over and over. Get some of the other FenTuber people or searchers, but please don't get people that are on their first search. I know exactly where it is, and they haven't done a search yet. It's like Mike, Cowling. He's no authority on that. He's never ever put boots on the ground. Never. It hasn't happened. He hasn't searched. He even says that he's a city dweller, basically. He doesn't get out in the wild. He's cashing in on the opportunity of, I make myself look big, but actually I'm one of the ants. I'm not there's only one mammoth in the search, Only one mammoth. Only one mammoth. And as Shelley says, Follow the elephant. Have a good day. Well, you buy if you find the gold. Um, I'm gonna have a penthouse in Las Vegas on top of the above the strip and everything. I'm not selling the treasure either, but I'm gonna be a millionaire without selling it. That's how I'll do it. The treasure will be in the hands of professionals, and I will own it. They will make me money with it.